What's up, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with SPY, Tesla, and the overall market. Just note that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out my Moomoo link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed 15 in total, not to mention an 8.1% APY on uninvested cash. The offer ends very soon in just 9 days. Anyways, now let's talk about the market. So Tesla's doing a good job at holding the support rate over here at 336. And as long as we hold this, we are going to likely continue to push higher. The only issue with Tesla is that we don't have that major catalyst to get this thing running. And volume is slowing down a bit because Tesla is seeing this consolidation phase, which is completely normal after so much upside. So the question remains, what's going to happen from here for the markets in Tesla? What do I see for the future? Let me just say that Nvidia had earnings. It sold off a bit after earnings came out, despite the fact that everything was good, in my personal opinion. The only thing that was a little bit short was their guidance. So guidance was above expectations, but only by about 0.4 billion. Investors typically want it to be a lot higher than that, but it's okay. They still beat on everything. Even guidance was better than expected, just by a tiny margin. But that's still fine, right? Everything else was good. And that's why the share price of Nvidia dipped only to get a big bounce. And now we're up almost 2% in the pre-market. Nvidia is trying to squeeze here. We'll have to see how it goes. So that's what's helping the market rebound. I'm seeing this news that Nvidia's price target has been raised by all these different banks, from Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and the list goes on. And that's very, very bullish news. On top of this, as far as our data goes, we just had initial jobless claims, which is very, very minor, nothing too serious. And then we have some very important data from the Fed coming out later, just the Philly Fed orders. It's all very, that's going to be important, at least for employment. That just came out already. So that's looking pretty decent. I think the market's still pushing amidst that coming out. And then besides that, we just have a couple of bill auctions. It's all very, very minor. Now, for something else, I just want to mention that earnings have come out. Nvidia was the big one. We're getting a big reaction for today. And then for the rest of the day, there's not really anything too significant for earnings. I also didn't see too much news come out. There was some news that came out involving the fact that Bitcoin's pumping, which is helping other stocks like Msft and other crypto-related stocks really push. And then there was some news about how EV sales did slow down a bit in Europe. That is what led to some consolidation, at least in the EV sector. So Bitcoin is doing a good job. It's looking more bullish. I think that this is on its way for the 100,000 mark. As long as you don't lose the 97,000 area, I think we do continue to push. We could dip a little bit after seeing so much upside, so it could eventually just see a small dip before it continues to push up for that 100,000 targets. Nvidia, it's testing 148 to 150. We might attempt to surpass 150. We'll have to see if we could do that. If Nvidia manages to achieve that milestone, this thing could be on its way up for 152, then 155. So let's see if we can break 150 and surpass all-time highs on Nvidia. I most definitely see potential in this, so we'll see how things end up going. Give Nvidia the time it needs. Overall, it looks more bullish. SPY is trying to push here. We're at the 593 gap fill area. So now we're at some tough resistance. This is going to be the gap resistance. If we break gap resistance at 593, we could just start our rally. We're going to be looking for an attempt to get back up to about 596 if we break past 593.8. So if we surpass that resistance, we're looking for that 595 to 596 area coming next. I think that we're going to be reaching that most likely if we could try to get out of the 593s and surpass it. Overall, we have the potential. I think that SPY remains more bullish. ES looks more bullish. As long as you don't lose 59.39, I think we favor more upside, and we could be on our way back up for that 59.80 area, not to mention 6,000 above that. So as long as you don't lose 59.30, I think we favor 59.80, as I see more upside potential on ES. For other factors out there, we have Tesla. Tesla's holding up nicely. I don't want to see Tesla lose 336.5. We don't have that like a major volume coming in yet. There is a potential setup at the inverse head and shoulders, but we need to see Tesla surpass that 350 area. Otherwise, Tesla is range bound between 336 and 348 a share. That's going to be our main range. If we surpass 350, we will turn back to bullish, but otherwise, I just see some range bound price action on Tesla. For NQ, we look more bullish as long as you don't lose 20,800. I think we're favoring a push for about 20,900. If that breaks, we're looking for 21,000. So give this the time it needs. We could be pushing a higher for like 21,000. I see potential in NQ. For the QQQ, we're going to try to push higher. We have 508 as our potential targets. As long as we don't lose 506, I think we favor 508. If we lose 503, we could be dipping back down to about 500, but I think this is favoring upside. for not only a gap fill but also a 508's target, because when you look at the daily on the triple Q, this is going to be greatly dictated by stocks like Nvidia. We're already starting to fill this gap. I think we just continue to fill it, going back up to 508. So I do favor more upside on the triple Q. For let's just double check this. Apple looks more bullish. We're going to be looking for a 230 as our resistance. If this is surpassed, we're looking for a bigger pump back up for 232. Netflix looks bullish. I think we could be on our way up for 900 now. There is a rising wedge, but there's no sign of it panning out yet. MSTR, um, as long as we don't lose 800, not 800, sorry, 520, as long as we're above that 520 area, I think we do attempt to get back up to 550. This could dip a little bit from here. Might see a little bit of a dip upon open before it continues to pump. But then we're looking for 550 as our potential target. And then if that breaks, we're just going to continue to squeeze. It remains more bullish nonetheless. Palantir is very flat right now. There's a possible head and shoulders where we're just stuck between 60 and 62.5. So it's just range bound. The IWM looks more bullish as long as we don't lose 231. I think we do favor a little bit of a dip before a continuation higher for the imbalance fill at 233.5 and eventually higher levels. So we'll see how that goes. For coin, coin is right over here. Coin is looking more bullish. It is possible we consolidate around 325 before it starts to break out for that 340 target. Amazon, we have resistance to watch for around 204. If we break that, we're looking for 206. I see potential in this, so it may attempt to push up for that 206 target. For Meta may also try to push higher for 570. As long as we're above 570, we're looking for 572.5 as our target. That's where this imbalance is. We could be pushing more on Meta. We look more strong. Microsoft is going to likely go up to about 418 plus. If that breaks, we're looking for 420. Google's a little bit flat here because of some bearish news. So it's not looking as strong as the market unless we get back above 178. This is still kind of flat. I might just consolidate around 175 to 177. We need to break 178 to turn back up. Otherwise, I see consolidation on Google and a little bit of weakness compared to the market. That being said, I think the market looks very bullish. Nvidia is making a comeback, and Bitcoin and Nvidia are leading the way up. So just keep that in mind. I thank you all so much for listening. So please have a great day. Make sure you watch the levels that I called out very, very carefully. And then just know that I'll try to be back in a couple of hours to give you guys another update. Until then, please have a great rest of your day. I hope the best for everyone out there, and be very patient with your levels. We want to see if Nvidia could break all-time highs to lead us higher. I think there is potential in it. And then we'll see what happens from there. Some stocks, such as the Teslas, are a little bit more lackluster because of the EV news that came out and factors like that. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, have a good day, guys. Be very, very patient in the market like this. Like I said before, I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you and peace out.